Sharyland Rattlers taking on the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Again, Joe Bowling here with you as a terrific night for football here on a Friday night. Team captains meeting out on the field, and yes, here we go again on a Friday night. Those of you that are watching this live, well, that's what you're going to see on your screen, and that's a still picture. UIL will not allow us to have a live video presentation of this ball game, and so you'll hear it first, and then you'll get to watch it later. Team captains meeting out at the midfield area, and again, it's just a beautiful night for football here. Earlier in the week, all of the rain that was around the area, but that's all gone by the wayside. There's some clouds out in the sky, but I don't think there's any threat here to this ball game as the Rattlers and the Mustangs get set for this battle. Doesn't matter what the records are of these two teams. You're talking about two programs who are accustomed to winning football games, and therefore this should be a competitive ball game. On one side, you've got the running capabilities of McAllen Memorial's Campbell Spates as he is now into game 2 of his senior season. On the other side, the Sharyland Rattlers coming off a victory on the road at Pace. Memorial's offense will get the ball to start this thing, and our opening kickoff comes up right after this. This is Rio Sports Live presentation of high school football on a Friday night. Sharyland and McAllen Memorial. We are back here on Rio Sports Live as we are waiting the arrival of the two teams to come out on the field, and the first to make their appearance is the McAllen Memorial Mustangs, clad in the white uniforms with the light blue trim, as this team is now set to go to take on this Sharyland Rattler team. Rattlers about to make their way out onto the field, and as they do so, we'll take our final break. Opening kickoff coming up right after this.
Watching Rio Sports Live. Thanks for watching Rio Sports Live.
Rio Sports Live, #1.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Hi, we're Lady Vikings, and thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
Rattlers make their way out onto the football field as we are even closer now to the kickoff here of this one between the McAllen Memorial Mustangs and the Sharyland Rattlers. Both teams coming in here 1-0 on the season. Sharyland victorious on the road at Pace, and McAllen Memorial hung on for dear life in a 2-point victory against the Hannah Eagles, a team which we covered last night in their battle against Edinburgh Vela. And the Eagles, I'm saying it right now, write it down, the best 0-2 team in the Rio Grande Valley. You won't find a better one than the Hannah Eagles, a dangerous team heading into week 3. But right now we're looking at two teams vying to start the season 2-0. One will, one won't, unless we have some kind of crazy tie, and I don't think that's going to happen here at the high school level. Wind blowing just a little bit across this field. It's coming literally from the Memorial side over to the Rattler side, which means out of the east to the west. It's not going to affect much on the passing game. At least normally it doesn't here at Richard Thompson Stadium. And I wouldn't expect it to come into play too much into this ball game either. Crowd filed in here. There's a huge marching band, and they put them on the track here for McAllen Memorial, so the stands on the other side appear to be emptier than what normally you would see on a Memorial side. But that's because they spread them all out and left that entire seating area available for fans. On the Sharyland side, they too put the band on the track, leaving more room for some patrons to watch this game. Kickoff is set to go. The Rattlers tee it up at the 40-yard line, and the Mustangs are going to get the ball to start this contest. Here's the kickoff. It's a short, high kick. It's going to head to the sideline and go out of bounds. And so that's how we'll start play here. As a kickoff goes out of bounds. And so a penalty thrown before any time comes off the clock. Clock operations, well, I'm going to try to keep them rolling. Last week, that was an adventure at Mission. We've got it up there on your screen. If it becomes too much of a chore, I'm not going to even venture down that road on keeping the clock. I'll do it the old-fashioned way on the radio and just give you the time down and distance on a regular basis. They'll mark the penalty off against the Rattlers and move the ball out across the 30 to the 35-yard line, and so that's where the Memorial Mustangs will have it to start this ball game. Campbell Spates in the backfield behind Joseph Lauder, the quarterback, split backfield behind him, as Michael Lewis is also back there for McAllen Memorial. First down play, and here's Lewis on the carry. Takes it left-hand side, gets it out across the 35 to the 39-yard line. 4-yard gain on the first carry for Michael Lewis. And just a perfect night, a rich stadium in tradition here, and two coaches accustomed to winning ball games. Over the years I've been involved, it's welcome to the playoffs each and every year for Sharyland and Memorial on a regular basis. Lauder under center on 2nd and 6. Takes it, pitches out. Carry again by Lewis. Left-hand side got a first down as he takes it out across the 44 to the 45-yard line. And by landing on that 45, that's enough for a first down. 2 carries by Lewis for 10 yards. He's averaging 5 a pop for the Mustangs. But again, remember, Campbell Spates is sitting right there in the backfield joining him. And the electrifying tailback in his senior season, always a threat when he gets his hands on the ball, and he will before this is said and done. First down play for the Mustangs. Fake the pitch, looking to throw, pressure, and eluding that is Lara. Takes off down the left sideline. Got some room now, midfield, 45-yard line. Joseph Lara used the play action and then took it right side. Ends up gaining ground. Now there is a penalty flag thrown on the play. Or is there? No, they just mark him out of bounds shy of first down yardage. So for Lara, that's a 9-yard gain. Looked like he danced out and stepped across that line. Nothing doing, says the official. From the 46 of the Rattlers, 3 running plays for the Memorial Mustangs to start this game. Lara under center, right side. A receiver out there is Nick Nelson. Another receiver left, handoff, and here's Lewis again. Brumbles forward, got it across the 45 to the 43-yard line. So that's 4 more yards for Michael Lewis. And the Mustangs methodically moving the ball downfield to start this drive. 10:38 and counting here in the first quarter. All Mustangs on the ground thus far. Wide receiver right side this time is Marco Rosales for Joseph Lara. Long count this time on first down. Here's Spates' first touch of the night. Upended. Down he goes. He lost a couple of yards. Penetration that time by Lupe Trevino. And Campbell Spates dropped for a loss on the play of, call it 2. And 2nd and 12 coming up. All positive yards until the big back is able to get his hands on the ball. At least big back when it comes to total yards gained, excuse me, on a career for the Mustangs. Second down play. Lara wants to throw. Right side. Got a man caught inside the 30-yard line. Spins free to the 25. Down to the 20-yard line. That's a first down. Nick Nelson on the catch. And that'll be a 21-yard gain on his first carry or catch of the night. First pass play of the evening for Joseph Lara. And a first down for the Mustangs and a red zone possession here on their first drive of the evening. Lara under center now. I formation behind him. Campbell Spates the deep back. Wide receivers left and right. Double tight end set on this first down play. Here's Spates running right side. Bounces it outside inside the 10. Campbell Spates 5. Touchdown Mustangs. Second carry of the night for Campbell Spates and puts 6 on the board. They dropped him for his loss on his first carry. This time it's 19 yards into the end zone. And the Mustangs all on the ground made that look rather easy, my friends, against the Sharyland Rattler defense. Drive took just under 3 minutes, or just over 3 minutes to play. Extra point coming up for the Mustangs at McAllen Memorial. Kick is away, long, high, and good. 7-0 score. Rattlers get the ball right after this.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a Hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12 grand off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Robert Bella's favorite cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Yes, my friends, it's audio only on a Friday night. I had a couple of fans already chiming in on that. And if I had my choice, you'd get to see it. I'm watching it, so I'm going to tell you what I see as it's playing along. Those watching on the replay, you get to see all of these plays as they occur. Kickoff coming up for the Mustangs is Daniel Trevino. Tees it up at the 40-yard line and pumps it away. Deep kick, middle of the field. Back of the 6-yard line for the Rattlers to the 10 to the 15, 20. Up the middle of the field to the 25. Out across the 25 to the 29-yard line on a return by Kevin Chavez. And now the Sharyland Rattler offense under the direction of Benjamin Valdivia will step on the field. .847 left here in this first quarter of play. Again, I'll do my best to keep this time clock. But I've got about 2 hands and 6 hands worth of duties here trying to get this done. Valdivia on first down for the Rattlers. On a long count. Takes it, hands it off. Running play left-hand side. First carry of the evening for the Rattlers out across the 32-yard line. That's Andres Bonilla, senior running back. If you're just joining us, McAllen Memorial took the opening kickoff and marched it straight downfield for the score. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. Valdivia wants to throw, looking over the middle. That's going to be picked off by the Mustangs at McAllen Memorial as Omar Salazar makes a play. Valdivia tried to squeeze that in there to his receiver. And Salazar, the 155-pound junior D-back, able to force the turnover on the interception. So the first quarter starts off with a bang. For the Mustangs, now back on the field, and they want to throw, looking for a lot. Scrambling around as Lara, right side, now gets rid of it, and incomplete pass. Lara was pressured back there, and on the incomplete pass, brings up 2nd down. He was waiting for Nick Nelson to clear deep downfield. Nelson stayed more towards the hash marks. And 2nd down coming up for McAllen Memorial. From the Sharyland 35. Lara has an I formation behind him. Campbell Spates the deep back. On 2nd down. Lara turns, hands it off. This is Spates running left. Got to the 30 in a hurry. And falls forward to the 29. That's a 6-yard gain for Campbell Spates. This drive coming after the defense forced a turnover. McAllen Memorial now on 7 carries, 46 yards all on the ground, averaging better than 6.5 yards per touch. 1 pass completed of 2 attempts for 21 yards. efficient operations thus far by the Mustangs. Lara on 3rd and 4. Pitches back, Spates right-hand side. Got past the 25, got to the 20, and then dives forward to the 18-yard line. And that'll be a quiet 10-yard gain for Campbell Spates. And the chains will move once again for the Mustangs. Ball down to the 20-yard line of the Sharyland Rattlers. Go back and give Spates 9 yards on that carry. He stretched forward, but they didn't give him the 8. They stopped him at the 9. 1st and goal now, or check that, 1st and 10 for the 19. Lara under center. High formation once again. Long count, turns, pitches it back. Spates on the right-hand side. Got a block, got to the 17, and then got dropped there. First man to make the play for the Sharyland Rattlers was Luis Villarreal. They marked that down to the 18. So a gain of just 1. Spates now on 5 carries, 33 yards, and a touchdown here in this first quarter. 6:10 and counting as Lotta steps up to the line. Split backfield behind him on this play. 6:02 and counting here in the first quarter. Lotta takes it, turns, hands it off. Second man through. First carry of the night for Femi Briones, 180-pound senior. Short gain for Briones. And the Sharyland Rattler defense has an opportunity here to make a play. They'll call it a 4-yard gain for Briones. 3rd and 5 now for the Mustangs at McAllen Memorial. Inside the 15 of the Rattlers. Lotta under center. 2 receivers this time on the left side. Empty receiver set on the right. Handoff, and again it's Briones running up the middle. Broke free, got inside the 10, and mark him down all the way to the 6. So a strong carry that time for Briones. And 1st and goal coming up for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Gave Briones a carry of 9 on that play. 2 carries, 13 yards in the ball game. From the 6, 1st and goal for the Mustangs and McAllen Memorial, trying to capitalize on the game's first turnover. Fumble on the play. They dive in there. Looks like the Mustangs got back on it. On the center exchange, quarterback Lara was able to get his hands on the ball. 2nd and goal coming up. McAllen Memorial now with 90 yards of total offense. 69 on the ground, 21 through the air as Lara brings him up. Spates and Briones in the backfield. Lara on the count, turns, going to keep it, rolls out left-hand side, trying to turn the corner. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no further. Good containment that time by the Rattlers. 4 guys were over there to meet Lara as he was coming from the short side on the hash mark. Timeout called as the Memorial Mustangs want to talk it over. 3:52 remaining in the first quarter. Mustangs lead by 7.
A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibadas, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibadas in Harlingen.
Back here as we resume play with 3:52 remaining in the first quarter. It's just been all McAllen Memorial. thanks to a sustained drive that scored on their first opportunity, and then the defense forcing a turnover, and now the offense knocking on the Rattler door. 3rd and goal from just outside the 6. Lara under center, turns, hands it off. Running play right-hand side, lot of room, maybe a touchdown it is. Easy picking Zion Gregory, his first carry of the night, and untouched into the end zone on a sweep. And the Mustangs now go up 13-0. Little deception that time by the Mustangs. They had everyone veering left and brought Gregory back left to right. Extra point up and good. McAllen Memorial up 14-0. Kickoff coming up.
The Lady Tigers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Back here, kickoff time for McAllen Memorial. We're in the first quarter of play, as the Mustangs have jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Omar Salazar tees it off, or check that. That's Trevino again. High kick, fielded at the 15 for the Rattlers. Middle of the field to the 20, out to the 23. Still on his feet, trying to get to the 24. Won't get there. Sebastian Hinojo, or check that, on that return was Luis Gonzalez. Gonzalez was hit and just refused to go down. He just couldn't get out of the grasp on that coverage team. And so Sharyland will bring the offense back on the field. Valdivia and company managed just 2 yards of offense and turned it over on their first possession. They'll start this drive from their 23. Shotgun formation for Valdivia. Turns, hands it off. Running play left-hand side. They'll get across the 25 to the 30-yard line. Carry that time by Kevin Chavez. By the time he's brought down, call it a 7-yard gain. Second down for the Rattlers. Empty backfield this time for Valdivia. 3 receivers right side, 2 out to the left side. Valdivia takes it, turns, looks a receiver screen right side. It's caught by Daniel Pena, makes a man miss. Got across the 35. That's enough for a first down. Thrown backwards. But that's a 7-yard gain on a pitch and catch by Valdivia to Pena. And Valdivia's 2 for 2 in the passing game. It was a completed pass his first time through. Check that. He's 1 of 2 with an interception. Quick snap, ready to go. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Running left-hand side, got a good block. Across the 45, steps out of bounds at the 48-yard line. And that's close to first down yardage for Valdivia. It will be enough for a first down. So a 10-yard gain for Valdivia. Give credit that time to Daniel Pena as he sealed that final block. It allowed Valdivia to get to the sideline and turn upfield. Clock running here in the first quarter. Valdivia rolls right-hand side, looks to throw, fires it, has a man open, and it's caught inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Spinning away is Kevin Chavez to the 15, first down, Rattlers. Big play that time for Sharyland. 38-yard catch for Kevin Chavez. And the Rattlers offense clicks there. First down play, empty backfield again for Valdivia. 3 receivers left side. Turns, looks right side, and it's caught, but blown up on a receiver screen. And a loss on the play for the Rattlers. Making the catch was Emiliano Hinojosa, junior wideout. But as he was backpedaling to come to that ball, he was giving up ground, and then he got hit immediately. And a loss of 2 on the play. Valdivia hands it off. This or keeps it himself. Oh, running play. That's a run. It's number 16, which is Damian Pruneda. Pruneda gains a couple of yards and then stretches forward for a couple more by the time they mark him down. It'll be 3rd and 6, so give him a 6-yard gain on that play after that loss on first down. 3rd down for the Rattlers. Play clock down to 13. Valdivia drops back. Here comes some pressure, gets rid of the ball, corner of the end zone, had a man, missed him, incomplete pass. Hinojosa had broke free back in the back left corner of the end zone. Valdivia led him just a little too much. Missed opportunity there, and now 3rd down. Check it, 4th down for the Rattlers. Decision time for Coach Ron Adame. He immediately brings in the kicking team, trying to put points on the board here on this drive. They'll mark the ball down at the 18-yard line. So a 28-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark. Good snap, ball down, kick is up, long enough, high enough, and good. Sharyland Rattlers on the board. Memorial scored 2 touchdowns. Rattlers answer with a field goal. 14-3 your score. Back after this.
Hi, we're the Road 9 City Rattlers. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Back here on Rio Sports Live. Appreciate you joining us here for our broadcast, audio live, and then you'll get to watch the game later on. We do have fans that are really getting into seeing those highlight clips that roll after our broadcast. McAllen Memorial taking on the Sharyland Rattlers. 14-3 your score as the Rattlers will tee it up to kick off. Kali Nguma, freshman kicker for the Rattlers. Short kick, looking to the sideline again. They booted out of bounds, and in no way, shape, or form are they trying to kick this anywhere near where a Memorial Mustang can get a return on these plays. Diego Villarreal, Campbell Spates were standing back there. That ball on 2 kickoffs now hasn't been combined within 50 yards of those 2 players. So another penalty against Sharyland. And McAllen Memorial will bring the offense back out onto the field. Rattlers offense at least moved the ball on that last possession. This gave the defense a little bit of a break. Mustangs have outgained the Rattlers 95-68 in total yards unofficially. And first down, a tight set this time for Joseph Lara. 2 backs in the backfield, turns, hands it off. Hit is Lewis, got away from 1 man, fights through another tackler. Here comes 3 more, and down he goes. He'll gain maybe a yard on the play. And that may take us to the end of the first quarter. Mustangs don't have to take a snap. For Lewis, they'll give him a 3-yard gain, and all of that was second effort. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. Battled through a couple tackles, was hit and then thrown backwards, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. Mustangs lead it 14-3. They'll have the ball when we return.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Our professional.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we're in the press box. Our thanks to the Sharyland School District for assisting us with a great place to broadcast this game. Running play, Campbell Spates, right side. Got through a man. Dances to the outside, now turns it upfield. Gains a good yards inside the 40-yard line of the Rattlers all the way down to the 38. Campbell Spates on the run. That's a 28-yard gain for Spates. As we start this
planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment.
Nelson able to reel that in. What a terrific catch that time by Nelson. That'll be a 34-yard catch for Nelson. Running play for the Mustangs and into the end zone. Campbell Spates scores again. Second touchdown of the night for Campbell Spates. And that drive did not take long for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Spates now on 7 carries, 62 yards and 2 scores. That's not a bad start here as we are early in the second quarter for Mr. Spates. Extra point is good. Mustangs up 21-3, kicking off.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
Right now, how about this 2015 Chrysler 300S model with a Beat stereo, leather interior, navigation, $57,000, reduced today, $19,999. Or a 2012 Ram 1500, a Lone Star package, 5.7 Hemi engine, a towing package, automatic, $16,499. Or how about a diamond in the rough, 1998 Dodge 3500 dually with a fifth wheel, 4x4, power everything, heavy-duty bumper, $14,999.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hi, we're Mission Veterans.
Back here as we continue our coverage here on a Friday night, McAllen Memorial and Sharyland. And the Mustangs tee this one up. Gets past the return man, rolls into the end zone. Rattlers will pick it up and try to bring it out and will not get out of the end zone. That's a safety. He tried to race back into the end zone. Now the Rattlers are trying to say that's not a safety, and they haven't put points on the board just yet. But one official indicated a safety on that play. Big discussion by the officials down around the 10-yard line. One of the Sharyland coaches is saying that was a penalty against the Mustangs, but that's not going to be the case. That's 2 points for McAllen Memorial. And now the Mustangs will get the ball on a free kick. After the safety. Interesting development here. The ball went past the return man and into the end zone. He touched it, but he never had possession, so he could have taken a knee because he didn't run the ball back into the end zone. But now, thanks to the safety, McAllen Memorial's offense, which already has 3 scores in the game, are going to get the ball again. And they should get great field position out of this because the 2 men back to return the kick are standing right at the 30 and 25-yard line respectively. Spates on the 30 now drops back. They send 3 men back to return this kick. Rattlers, once again, have kicked off 3 times, but none of those kicks have been anywhere near returnable. Kali Guma ready to kick again for the Rattlers. And this game has been all McAllen Memorial. Still with 10 minutes and some change left in this first half of play. Deep kick. This is returnable. Middle of the field. Fielded at the 25 for the Mustangs at the 30. Trying to get to the right side and turning the corner across the 40, 45-yard line and then stepping out of bounds on the return, Diego Villarreal. That far side. Indication was there was a flag on that play. Right now they've got the ball at the 46-yard line. Here's the call. Look like they call it a 10-yard penalty, but I've watched a lot of football. I've never seen that hand signal. What that call was. Mark it down to the 36-yard line of the Mustangs as they bring it up to the line of scrimmage. 164 yards of offense so far for the Mustangs, 109 on the ground. Lara on first down, turns, hands it off. Here's Spates, right side, dances to the 40, stretches out to the 41. Another carry for Campbell Spates, and that's his 8th touch of the ball game. Mark him down there for a 5-yard gain. Now 8 carries, 70 yards, and 2 touchdowns, averaging 8.8 yards per carry. Here in this first half is Campbell Spates. Reminding you we have volleyball coverage tomorrow. We'll have one crew at McAllen Memorial taking in Laredo Alexander, McAllen Memorial, and Los Fresnos. We'll have another crew at Pioneer up the road here as San Benito's in town. Penalty flags come flying in on the next snap before it lands in Lara's hands. And so that'll stop play here. And a 5-yard penalty against McAllen Memorial will move them back. 2nd and 5 after the Spates carry. Now make it 2nd and 10. Back to their own 36 for the Mustangs. Our other coverage tomorrow, a matchup in Brownsville as Brownsville Rivera travels to Brownsville Veterans. We'll have those broadcast. Those are all live video on a Saturday. Lara drops back. Here comes another penalty on the play. Fires it over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. And now we'll sort out the penalty. Right now the call indicates a procedure call against the Mustangs. If that was the case, why didn't they blow that play dead? It will be a false start. So 5 more yards taxed against the Mustangs. After 3 productive drives, this one now going in a negative manner. Started with a 5-yard gain on the ground, and now back-to-back penalties. Against the Mustangs. Still second down. It's second down and a bundle here. And now a timeout called by the Sharyland Rattlers. They want to make sure their defense is dialed in. They have an opportunity to get a stop here and not have any pain inflicted after that safety. Trailing by 20. Back after this.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, we're the Lady Diamondbacks, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay.
Back here after the timeout was called. McAllen Memorial offense on the field facing second down. 15 yards to go from their own 31. And a team that has 114 yards on the ground suddenly is eyeing, do you go through the air here? But again, you're averaging 6 yards per carry, so on second down, you get 6 more on third. You're within shooting distance of that first down. Pitch back to Spates, running right-hand side, uses a block, up the middle. Now he jumps over a man, midfield, 45-40. Spates on his feet to the 30, 25-20. Stiff arms a man, down the sideline. Touchdown, Campbell Spates. Another highlight reel run, that time for Spates, this time for 69 yards, his third touchdown of the ball game. And now 139 yards on the ground for Campbell Spates, but add that one to the elite highlight reel for Campbell Spates. Leaped over a man, stiff-armed a man, high-stepped a man, and then outran the last 2. Extra point coming up for the Mustangs. Kicker's been a busy man. Daniel Trevino boots this one away. And it's good. Mustangs up 30-3. Rattlers get the ball after this.
Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3 Up, 3 Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Kickoff by the Mustangs is going to be fielded by the Rattlers. Out across the 25-yard line to the 30. There's a penalty on the play, or that's a shoe. That's not a penalty. One of the Rattlers ran out of his shoe out at the 30-yard line. Got that Campbell Spates run. Just taking a look at the replay. I'll try to run some highlights for you at halftime. I can do that. I can't show any live video, but I might be able to show you some highlights from the first half. As the Rattlers and the Mustangs still have that 9 minutes left here in the half. But now the Sharyland Rattlers find themselves on the low end of a 30-3 score. First down play, running play. Left side, not much room there for Valdivia. Called his own number. Fell forward, ended up gaining maybe a yard on the play, no more. Sharyland now on 5 carries, 26 yards on the ground, 43 yards through the air on 3 of 5 passing and an interception. Valdivia looks to throw here, hesitates, penalty on the play. Nice catch by Kevin Chavez. This one's coming back. Chavez is open down the sideline, gets thrown out of bounds. Got all the way down to the Memorial 43, but now we'll sort out the penalty. And it's going to be a hold. Let's see what the official calls here. Trying to get his microphone dialed in. It's going to be offsides against Memorial. And a face mask against Memorial. So this will stand. So a 28-yard gain, was it? 10, 20 to the 43. 28-yard gain on that catch by Chavez. And then penalty yards at the end of the run. So a big play for the Sharyland Rattlers as they move the ball down inside the 30. Thanks to the face mask. First down play now for the Rattlers. Valdivia trots back to throw. Hurls one down. Had a man down there, Daniel Pena. Isolated coverage against Omar Salazar down there defensively. Incomplete pass. Brings up second down for Sharyland. Bringing you live coverage here from Richard Thompson Stadium on a Friday night. We're also broadcasting live from Sam's Stadium. We're coming to you live from other venues as well. Los Fresnos. Running play this time out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. The ball carrier that time for the Rattlers as Robert Mancha gets a carry. Bringing up 3rd and 5 from the Mustang 24-yard line. And a running play for Valdivia. Tries to bounce it outside, gets hit, and down he goes. Lost a couple of yards on the play. Tackle made by Michael Morales, the 190-pound linebacker. Loss of a yard on the play. 7-12 and counting. Valdivia stays in the ball game on 4th down. Rattlers will have to get it inside the 20 of the Mustangs to get a first down. Rolls out right side, looking to throw. Waits, now runs up the middle, gets hit, and brought down at the 25. Will not get a first down. And the Mustang defense gets a stop on a bend and not break scenario there. Valdivia had the carry. But a turnover on downs, and here comes the Mustang offense back on the field. .6:54 to go here in this first half of play. Spates back in the ball game as a deep back in an I formation, lined up behind Joseph Lotta. Already with 139 yards on the ground, Campbell Spates. Lotta under center. Pitch back, here comes Spates left side. Hit this time, down he goes. Did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard on the play for Campbell Spates. 10 carries, and if I told you he was negative on 2 of those, you would think, hey, not a bad defensive stand by the Sharyland Rattlers. In between carries 1 and 10, or 8 carries for right at 135 yards. Lara sets him down. Drops back to throw, rolls out right side. Slings a pass, and it's going to be picked off by the Rattlers at the 40-yard line. Defense makes a play as Sebastian Hinojosa reels it in. Lara thought he could lead Nick Nelson into that catch, but Hinojosa playing center field back there, able to pick it off. Maybe that'll change some momentum here for the Sharyland Rattlers. It's been all McAllen Memorial thus far here in this first half. Valdivia out of a shotgun formation. Drops back to throw, hesitates. Now he delivers a ball right sideline, and that was incomplete. Man, he had Emiliano Hinojosa open on that right sideline. Just missed him. Valdivia now 4 of 8 in the passing game for 71 yards. Valdivia now hands it off. This is Mancha on another carry, his second carry of the night. Robert Mancha gains 3 more on 2 carries now. He's got 8 yards. Rattlers trying to capitalize on a turnover by the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. But right now we'll face a 3rd and 7. Our thanks again to the Sharyland School District for assisting us in broadcasting this game. Providing us a great spot to catch this from in the press box. In the video production, when you see that later on the replay, you'll see some quality work there. Valdivia runs to the right side, and that goes nowhere. First guy there to meet him was Christian Sanchez for the Mustangs of McAllen Memorial. And so after getting an interception, Sharyland's offense able to produce 3 yards on 3 plays. And it's 4th and 7. From the Mustangs 37, Rattlers keep the offense in on the field. Valdivia on a long count. Now looks to the sideline. Play clock is down to 6. Now down to 3. Shifts the backfield. And they'll let that play clock go down to 0. Did they call a timeout first or just let the penalty happen? Delay a game, 5-yard penalty against the Rattlers. That may have been just buying the punter a little extra room for the Sharyland Rattlers. It was 4th down. And right now it appears as though they're going to keep the offense on the field. But remember last week, if you were keeping track of that pace game, Valdivia drops back into punt formation for the Rattlers as well. On 4th down, drops back looking to throw, though, this time. Fires it, and a diving attempt, but an incomplete pass. Looking down that left sideline. Mustangs take over on downs with 4:21 left here in this first half. Quickly played half here between these two teams, dominated by the Mustangs of McAllen Memorial. Lara under center on first down. Two receivers out to the right side. Two backs in the backfield on 1st and 10 from his own 41-yard line. Turns, hands it off up the middle this time. Not much running room. Like Michael Lewis again on the carry. It's been a steady feed of Lewis early in the game, and then Campbell Spates joining it. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different players have run the ball now for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Second down, call it 8 after a 2-yard gain for Lewis. He's got 5 carries for 19 yards in the game. On second down, they'll hand it off to Spates. Bounces it outside on the right, looking to turn the corner. Got across the 50, brought down at the 49-yard line of the Sharyland Rattlers. Campbell Spates on that carry gets 8 more yards to his total, which on 11 carries is now standing at 146. Give him a 7-yard gain as they mark him down a yard short of what I initially had. Right at the midfield stripe for Joseph Lara on third down. Hands it off this time. Stutter step now going forward as Michael Lewis, and he stretches forward for a first down. They needed 3. He got 4. And a first down for the Memorial Mustangs. Their defense came up with one big play here in this first half. Everything else has been controlled by the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Valdivia drops back to throw on first down. Deep drop. Here comes pressure behind, and they sack him for a big loss. I don't think they ever saw Lupe Trevino, and Trevino drops Lara for the big loss. All the way back to the 43-yard line of the Mustangs. That's an 11-yard sack. Again, Lara rolled out and never saw or never felt the pressure of Lupe Trevino, the senior, getting credit for that sack. Second down and a bunch now for the Memorial Mustangs. Under 2 minutes left here in this first half. Before the next snap, whistles blow. Timeout is called. No, a delay of game. 5 more yards against the Memorial Mustangs. So this drive had some promise. But now for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs, on second down, they've got to take it to the 36-yard line of the Sharyland Rattlers to get a first down. They're setting at their own, inside their own 40. Lara going to get hit, sacked again. Inside the 30, this time getting his hands on the quarterback is Luis Villarreal. Yes, sir. 85 on the play there for the Rattlers. Sophomore Luis Villarreal drops him for a loss. Eight-yard? Make it a 9-yard loss on that play. Third, and let's just call it eternity. Ball at the 30 of the Memorial Mustangs. They got to get it to the Sharyland 36 to get a first down. And before the snap, the whistle blows. Timeout called by McAllen Memorial. Well, they didn't lose any yards on the play. We'll resume with our play here. 24 seconds left in the half. Mustangs still on top by a bundle, but going backwards.
Hi, I'm Coach Nava with Westago East High School. Thank you for watching Rio Sports Live.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Hi, we're PJ Lady Bears, and thank you for watching.
Back here at Richard Thompson Stadium in Mission, Texas at Sharyland High School. Sharyland Rattlers defense, couple of sacks on this drive. Now it's third down. They'll look to run. This is going to be Lara. Stays on his feet, steps out of bounds as he crosses the 31. So a gain for Lara of, call it 4 yards, maybe 1 after that mark. A lot of running sideline to sideline, and then when he turned it upfield. Fourth down now for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Punting time for the Mustangs. 2 men back to return the punt for the Rattlers of Sharyland. Good snap. Kick is away. End over end. Wobbly kick. Takes a bounce across the midfield stripe. They'll get away from that. Let it roll. Mustangs will down it at the 42 of the Rattlers. Clock stops. There's 7 seconds left here. So a little difference in my clock that I'm keeping there on the fly and the game clock. But it's better than I did last week at Mission. Flying these controls is one thing. When you're having to run 2 different streams of a broadcast, one for use of the video later and one on the audio side, makes for a chore. Rattler offense on the field. They've been limited to 105 yards in total offense here in the first half and been held to just 3 points on the scoreboard. And they'll run it. Andres Bonilla has some room across the 45 to the 40-yard line inside that. And as time expires here in the first half, the best run of the game for the Sharyland Rattlers, Andres Bonilla. Call that a 20-yard gain. And that's how we'll end the first half. McAllen Memorial Mustangs lead it 30-3. We'll take a break. When I come back, again, I'll try to get you some highlights. This is Real Sports Live.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Hi, we're the Lady Wildcats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits, caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the Blue Building and the Blue Shrimp Boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Hi, we're Cougars, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings. We are here at halftime as the McAllen Memorial Marching Band is out there getting set to perform. The dance team already having concluded their performance. Additional broadcast coming your way will be in Sam's Stadium tomorrow night. Live video coverage as Brownsville Pace takes on Brownsville Porter. Porter surprised some people last week by knocking off Port Isabel. Pace slugged it out with his Sharyland team before falling. Now to wrap up week 2 of the high school football season with a live video broadcast. These audio broadcasts on Friday night, that's what we'll have throughout the season, with the video replays when allowed by coaches for you, the fans. 30-3 your score. McAllen Memorial with the lead. We'll break down the stat line after this. Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a new Ford Expedition with 20-inch wheels, leather, navigation, and more for $12,000 off MSRP.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Back here at halftime as the Memorial Mustang Marching Band makes their way on the field. 23 minutes left here before the second half kickoff. Memorial leading by the score of 30-3. Let's take a look at this thing from a statistical perspective. Mustangs outgained the Rattlers 231-125. On the ground, 176 yards on 26 carries as a team. That's just under 7 yards per touch for the Mustangs. And 4 rushing touchdowns. In the air, 2 of 4 for 55 yards for the Mustangs. Meanwhile, Sharyland, 11 carries, 54 yards, under 5 yards per carry. 4 of 9 in the passing game for 71 yards. Individually on the stat line, it starts with Campbell Spates, 11 carries, 145, and 3 touchdowns for the Mustangs. That's in the first half. Joseph Lara with 6 carries, was sacked a couple of times. Also 6 carries. Michael Lewis had 23 yards in the first half for the Mustangs. In the passing game, again, 2 completed passes, both to Nick Nelson on those 2 touches, 27.5 yards per catch, total of 55 receiving yards. For Sharyland, Benjamin Valdivia was 4 of 9 for 71 yards. His leading receiver was Kevin Chavez, who had 2 catches for 66 yards. That's your bright spot for the Rattlers offense as far as stats go. Andres Bonilla on one carry to close out the first half ended up gaining 20 yards. So on 2 carries, he had 22 yards, and that leads the team in rushing in the first half. Valdivia had 5 carries for 11 yards, but this Rattler offense was held in check, to say the least, by the Mustangs of McAllen Memorial. We got additional broadcasts going your way throughout tomorrow and leading into next week. We got some good ones again. Live video coverage on Thursday and Saturday on the football side. Volleyball fans, we'll be back on the air tomorrow in 3 locations. We'll be at Pioneer as Pioneer hosts San Benito. We'll also be at McAllen Memorial for a good one there as the Laredo Alexander Lady Bulldogs are in town to take on the Lady Mustangs of McAllen Memorial. And also in the mix is Los Fresnos in that tri-match. Lady Falcons, who we had on the air last Saturday when they took on McAllen. But now they're in that tri-match with McAllen Memorial and Laredo Alexander. First serve on that is 12 o'clock, and we'll have live video coverage of that. And we're trying to make sure I get a play-by-play guy in place. Everything else is set to go from Brownsville Veterans, as Brownsville Veterans will host Brownsville Rivera. Take a break, 20 minutes left. Marching band continues to perform. This is Rio Sports Live.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, we're the Edinburgh Bobcats. Thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word: fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias, su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail for future generations.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
We're the McAllen Bulldogs, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Service have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for... Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are at halftime. Just checking in one of the other crews. That La Feria Lion team is for real, my friends. They are up 35-0 over Santa Rosa. That's in the first half of that game. Here in this one, McAllen Memorial Mustangs on top of the score of 30-3. First half of our game, breezed by in a hurry compared to some of the games we've been at. As the Mustang Band continues to perform. We'll take a break, reminding you of video coverage of these games not allowed on Friday. And when allowed, we have a video replay. We're scheduled to replay this one about an hour after this kickoff, or after this game concludes. 30-3 your score. Back after this. Help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Hi, we're Robert Bellows, Neighbor Cats, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, how about this 2015 Chrysler 300S model with a Beat stereo, leather interior, navigation, $57,000, reduced today, $19,999. Or a 2012 Ram 1500, a Lone Star package, 5.7 Hemi engine, a towing package, automatic, $16,499. Or how about a diamond in the rough, 1998 Dodge 3500 dually with a fifth wheel, 4x4, power everything, heavy duty bumper, $14,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Hi, we're Sharyland Rattlers, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as once again we are at 30-3 with your score. A lot of times we're able to put the band up, but right now this UIL thing has just really got us on a handcuff mode. I talked last week that I'd like to present the argument that, hey, if we can't show the game, we can at least have cameras on and show everything but the game. There's a lot of activity going on. Dance teams, bands, fans, cheerleaders, things around the game that would still give, at least during these audio broadcasts, the fans just a little atmosphere and a feel for what's going on at the game. Right now, as the Rattler dance team is out there, there's some younger Lady Rattlers out there dancing away before the band puts on their performance. 12 minutes and some change on the clock before we start the second half. Reminding you again, high school volleyball tomorrow during the day and high school football on the video side tomorrow night. Also want to remind you fans that you can go back and watch video replays of the games last night and all the highlights from all of our video coverage, including that Vela Sabercat and Hannah Eagle game which came down to a last-second field goal attempt before the Vela SaberCats punched win number 2 in the books, 28-27. Highlight reel on that. We put up 2 because one of the highlights showed basically the second half and all of the big plays by the Hannah Eagles in a comeback fashion. First half was all dominated by scoring plays, 2 defensive scores for the Vela SaberCats. So we put up a second highlight reel, giving the SaberCat fans some plays to enjoy. Again, the Rattler Marching Band will come onto the field. We'll take a break. Those that are tuning in live, it's audio only. Those watching the replay, you get to see these performances of the bands. We'll be back.
And thank you for watching Real Sports Live. Jay's up!
When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you. Start the school year off with a service provider you can trust by calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since '52.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Hi, we're Lightning Galaxies, and thank you for watching Real Sports Live.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for low prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's the Hacienda Ford football sale, where you can get a new F-150 starting at just $27,995 or 0% interest for 72 months.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Hi, we're Bronzo Veterans, and thanks for watching Real Sports Live.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Come see what the City of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit the San Benito Chamber of Commerce and find out how they can help you be a part of the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for low prices? It's a Labor Day party.
The Hacienda Ford Labor Day sale is going on now. You can get a new F-150 starting at just $27,995 or 0% interest for 72 months.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My Hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services.
Every great dining adventure begins with one word, fresh. At the Sea Ranch, we combine a fresh, inviting atmosphere with chef-inspired cuisine prepared from the freshest local shrimp, oysters, snapper, and mahi-mahi. Our salmon, Alaskan king crab, and live Maine lobsters are flown in fresh. A local favorite for over 30 years, the Sea Ranch. Come enjoy a fresh experience.
At HCISD, we move the needle forward every day.
We'll blaze a trail.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are at halftime with the Sharyland Rattler Marching Band out there performing. I want to remind you again, fans, as we continue with our coverage here on Rio Sports Live, that Friday we're a little behind the 8 ball. We're a lot behind the 8 ball when you take a look at it, as we have the veil pulled across the screen, if you will. We can bring you audio coverage only and a video replay for those here at halftime, as we've got a minute 29 left before the halftime break. The Sharyland Rattler Marching Band still out on the field as they are finishing up their performance here, and quite a production. I left the cameras running on the video side, so again, you'll be able to take a look at a very entertaining performance here for the Sharyland Rattlers.
It's not just about equipping students with skills for the future. We awaken their potential and empower them to make good choices.
No matter where you're from or where you're headed, there's a place for you to flourish at HCISD.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
Right now, how about this 2015 Chrysler 300S model with a Beat stereo, leather interior, navigation, $57,000, reduced today, $19,999. Or a 2012 Ram 1500, a Lone Star package, 5.7 Hemi engine, a towing package, automatic, $16,499. Or how about a diamond in the rough, 1998 Dodge 3500 dually with a fifth wheel, 4x4, power everything. Heavy. Back here as we start the second half of play, and the Sharyland Rattlers will have their hands on the football. Thanks again for joining us here as we start the third quarter. And this Rattler team will bring the offense onto the field. The game really swung on a safety in the first half. It was already 21-3. Mustangs had just scored. Rattlers offense had scored the last time they were on the field. We're going to get their hands on the ball. And then got dropped inside the end zone for a safety. 2 points there and an ensuing touchdown after that. And really it was all McAllen Memorial. Running play for the Rattlers to the left-hand side. That goes out across the 34 to the 35-yard line. Manuel Cantu, a senior, getting his first carry of the night. That's 5 strong yards for Cantu, and he becomes the 6th player to run the ball for Sharyland here in this ball game. 2nd and 5. Valdivia rushed out of the pocket. It's going to get hit and thrown to the ground. Vicious hit that time, and down goes Valdivia. Muscling his way in there was Michael Morales. A loss of 7 on that sack. Valdivia had 2 guys to contend with, but Morales, the 190-pound linebacker, made easy work on that sack. Valdivia now on 3rd down in a shotgun formation. Drops back to throw. Here comes pressure. Steps up, tripped up, down he goes. Back in the backfield, Christian Sanchez, a 195-pound linebacker, a junior. And so that's how the first drive of the second half begins, with the Sharyland Rattlers going in a negative fashion. Loss of 6 on that play. For Valdivia, now danger zone as McAllen Memorial sends 2 men back to return a punt. And they'll stand outside their 40-yard line on this play. Snap back, a good one. The kick is up. It's an end-over-end kick. Takes a Rattler bounce inside the Memorial 45 down to the 42-yard line. This press box shaking like crazy again. If we had a Richter scale, it'd be registering right now inside this press box. I don't know what causes it. I'm looking around. I don't see any coaches jumping up and down doing jumping jacks, but it's quite a ride to be sitting up here. First down play for the Mustangs of McAllen Memorial. Joseph Lara back in to run the show. I formation behind him. First down pitch back. This is Spates using his blockers. Takes it up off a left tackle this time. And ends up gaining 4. Second down now. Well, making 5-yard gain for Spates. He's so deceiving in how he runs that even the spot in which he's put down, he's always moving forward, always stretching for the extra half yard. Mustangs with 2nd and 5 from their own 46-yard line. Joseph Lara under center. Hands it off to Spates. Check that. This is going to be a Lewis this time. And Lewis rumbles forward into Rattler territory, down to the 45-yard line. 11-yard carry there for Lewis. He's now got 7 carries for 34 yards. And the Mustangs are able to move the ball into Rattler territory on this first down play. Rattler defense out there trying to dial in the right strategy here to try to slow this thing down. First down for Lara. Pitch back, and here comes Spates left side. Now he cuts it back upfield into the secondary. Got across the 35, forward to the 33. So that's 13 more yards for Campbell Spates. on 13 carries, 163 and 3 touchdowns. Mustangs up 30-3. Lara brings him up, spreads the field this time. Zion Gregory wide right, wide left. Nick Nelson offset eye behind Lara on this first down play. Hands it off, interior run by Femi Briones. He's thrown down, did not get back to the line of scrimmage. They tried to catch the Rattlers off guard, keying on Spates. Briones now, 3 carries for 12 yards. Second down and long for Joseph Lara and the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. First drive of the game was all on the ground. Took it in for a score. Starting off here in good field position to start the drive, but on second down from the Rattler 34, here's a handoff, and that carry by Spates takes it down near the 30-yard line. They'll bring him down at the 31, so a 3-yard gain for Campbell Spates. Call it third and a long 7 or a short 8, whichever you want to go with it. Either way, they got to get the ball inside the 23.5-yard line of the Rattlers for the Mustangs to get a first down. Lara rolls out the throw, looks down the right sideline. That's up for grabs, and it's going to be caught. What a catch for the Mustangs. Somehow Zion Gregory reeled that in. 30 yards. We'll call that a 30-yard catch. So 23 yards. And Gregory caught that in traffic. Joseph Lara has completed 3 passes, 1 for 21, 1 for 34, and now 1 for 23. Pitch back, and here's Spates running right-hand side. Takes on a tackler, dives, stretches forward, got to the 1. Ruled out of bounds there. 7-yard gain for Spates. He was marked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Lara brings him up. Splits out Spates as a receiver. Check that. Keeps Spates in the backfield behind him on this second down play. Goal to go. Lara calls his own number. Drives forward, in zone, and touchdown Mustangs. Joseph Lara that time on the score. That's got to be some coaches that are absolutely rocking this press box up here. Anytime a big play happens, it just starts moving around. Mustangs go up 36-3. Extra point coming up. Ball down, kick up, long, high, and good. McAllen Memorial up 37-3. Kickoff coming up.
With lending for all types, every deal's a winner at Cano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Come see what the city of San Benito has to offer today. Business owners, visit.
Back here for the kickoff as the McAllen Memorial Mustangs offense has at one time in the second half and puts points on the board. Kickoff to the sideline, fielded by an up man for the Rattlers. Take it out across the 30-yard line. Now to the bounce to the outside of the 35 to the 40. Still on his feet to the 45-yard line, to the 46-yard line on a good return by Damian Pruneda. Pruneda just refusing to slow down on that return. Finally brought down to the 47 of the Rattlers, and their offense in dire need of something positive to spark some kind of hope here in this ball game as they trail by 34 points. Two backs in the backfield joining Valdivia. Three receiver set. He'll swing a pass left-hand side. It's going to be caught, but then falling as he made a spin was Robert Mancha. So that'll be a loss on the play on a completed pass of 3 yards. Valdivia now 5 of 10 in the air. Second down, 5:15 and counting here in this third quarter of play. Man in motion is Mancha. They'll hand it to him. He'll spin left side. Now he's free. 45-40. Mancha down the sideline to the 35, down to the 25, to the 22-yard line. Robert Mancha on the carry. Wait a minute. There's a flag way back behind this play. It's coming back. They're already moving backwards towards the line of scrimmage. Official coming in to make the call. And they're going to mark the ball down at the 48 of the Rattlers. Why the official stand? Is that where a hold occurred? Or are they going to say Mancha was down on that carry? He spun through a would-be tackler right about where they have the ball, the official standing holding the ball. Coach Ronadami wanting a clear explanation by the officials. They're just going to replay the down. So it stays second down, but wipe off the, by far, the biggest play from scrimmage for the Sharyland Rattlers on that carry by Robert Mancha. 2nd and 12. This time they'll try it to the right side. Mancha turns a corner. They hem him in and drop him as he got to the 45-yard line. Making the tackle was Christian Sanchez. No gain on that one. So you go from the ball down around the 20 of the Mustangs to replay the down. And no gain. Now it's 3rd and long for the Rattlers. Valdivia, a deep drop, looks to throw over the middle of the field. That's going to be tipped and incomplete. Defended back there by Justin Chavez. Check that, Chariz. And an incomplete pass. Brings out the punting team for the Rattlers. And wow, just how quickly that changed from a big play, big gain to let's do it again. And then the Rattlers, 2 plays for nothing. Punting time, 2 men back to return the kick for the Mustangs. Stand inside their 25. Kick is away. Takes a bounce inside the 20, fielded to the 15. Now trying to get to the outside for the Mustangs down the left sideline. Out of bounds goes Diego Villarreal. And they'll mark him out right at the 30. And that's where McAllen Memorial will take over.
the new and exciting growth the city is experiencing today. Supporting business, community, and the teams, San Benito Chamber of Commerce. Whether you're visiting or vacationing at South Padre Island, be sure to book your place to stay with Island Services. Locally owned for over 40 years. Trusted, reliable for condo and beach house rentals. Call and visit the website today. Island Services. When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits. The home
McAllen Memorial Mustang offense on the field. And they'll run it, but that goes nowhere as Michael Lewis is dropped in the backfield. Trying that right side, never got any head of steam forward. And a loss of 4 on a carry by Lewis. So at times you see some plays made by the Sharyland Rattlers, and you're like, if you can string that type of success together, then you can build on that. But every time they seem to get a good play or two together, then the Mustangs draw up something bigger, and Campbell Spates is usually on the end of it. 173 yards on the ground for Spates. Takes it here, runs right side, got a room. Across the 35 to the 40, down the sideline. They may not catch him again. Campbell Spates now turns on the Jets, and see you later. 64 yards later, touchdown. Wow, did he really turn it on when he got to that right sideline? 70? 74 yards on that carry. That's his 16th carry of the night, his 4th touchdown, and now 247 yards on the ground for Campbell Spates. Extra point coming up for the Mustangs. And that drive didn't take, like I said, you get good plays on the Rattler side and then something dialed up by the Mustangs, and usually Campbell Spates on the end of the play. Kick is good. Kickoff coming up. Mustangs up by 41.
When it comes to your fishing needs, locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats, Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
The kids are headed back to school. It's time to get internet from VTX1. VTX1 Companies offers fast and reliable internet throughout the Rio Grande Valley, even to some of the most remote areas. For a limited time only, get your standard installation at no cost to you.
2:59 left here in this third quarter. 2 possessions for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs, 2 touchdowns. And they tack 14 on to a 30-3 lead. Kickoff, Rattlers going to try to return this. Out across their own 20 to the 25, 30-yard line, and the football's knocked loose. Rattlers fall back on it, but back inside their 25. Ball was stripped out of the hands of the return man, but a man on the spot to recover it was Robert Mancha. And so the Sharyland Rattlers will bring their offense back out on the field. Mustangs didn't take anybody lightly this week after being tested by the Hannah Eagles last week. And the Mustangs fully remembering last year's game. That was tight here against this Rattlers squad. Running play, new quarterback in the game. That's a direct snap to Mancha, and he takes it out across the 24, fell forward to the 25, so that's a gain of 2. Mancha will stay in at the quarterback spot. Check that. Prunade is back there, but it's Mancha that's calling the signals. So Valdivia may be finished for the night. Twin set receivers for Robert Mancha. Drops back to throw. Slings it out in the flats. Caught at the 30, then a big hit delivered. Kevin Chavez on the catch. He was met by a defender over there and dropped after a gain. They marked the ball down. Well, the official standing at the 32, but here comes a penalty on that play. That'll be an unsportsmanlike call against the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. So first you give a 7-yard gain on the catch by Chavez, and then you tack 15 yards on to the end of that on the penalty yards against the McAllen Memorial Mustangs, and the Rattlers have the ball all the way out across their own 47. Mancha stays in at quarterback. On first down, sends a man in motion. Will hand it off, and here comes Kevin Chavez trying to get to the right side. Hemmed in, bumped out of bounds, a hit by Diego Villarreal. Chavez gains 3. Ran a long way left to right just to get that 3 yards. Second down for the Sharyland Rattlers. They haven't been across the midfield stripe many times here in this game at all. Sitting right on it here. On second down, Mancha sends a man in motion. That's Cantu. Wants to throw, loses the football, dives back on it, but lost a bundle. They were trying to set up a screen pass. Mancha fumbled it out of his hand. That'll be a 16-yard loss on the play. 19-yard loss. And now third down for the Rattlers. They have to take it across the 43 of the Mustangs to get a first down. Mancha with an empty backfield. Looks to the sidelines. Play called out as the play clock gets down to zeros. That'll be a delay of game against the Sharyland Rattlers. 5 more yards going in the wrong direction for the offense. Pass play now for Mancha. Rolls out, looking to buy some time. Does. Now delivers a ball, and it's going to be picked off by the Mustangs. Down the right sideline. It's Charis. And a big pick for the defense. Charez, that is, on the pick. Mancha tried to deliver a ball into heavy traffic. As they put the ball down at the 24-yard line of the Rattlers. Here comes the Mustang offense back out on the field. One thing I can tell you immediately is no Campbell Spates as they move on the field with a 44-3 lead. We'll have all kinds of new players in the game now for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. New quarterback in the game, Daniel Trevino. Pitches back, new tailback. Running the ball is Andrew Salinas. Brought down outside the 25. That's a loss on the play. And that's the end of the third quarter play. Dominated by the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Campbell Spates with another touchdown run. 44-3. Fourth quarter coming up.
Calling 1-800-446-2031. VTX1 Companies, connecting you since 52.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Fourth quarter begins in a hurry. Mustangs with the football and a big lead. Garcia on the carry. Let's see if we can find out his number. First down play for the Mustangs here in this fourth quarter. Running play off the left side. That's going to be Briones on the carry. Brought down as he takes it down to the 9-yard line. 4 more yards for Briones. Second and 6. They can still get a first down, they being the Mustangs, without getting in the end zone. Quarterback in the game once again is now a handoff up the middle, and that will get to the 1 for the Mustangs. Trevino back in at quarterback after to start this fourth quarter. Now first and goal for Memorial. And the Mustangs are shuffling players in and out now on the sidelines into this game on a regular basis. Timmy Briones in the backfield. There's a running play. Quarterback keeps it. He is down to the goal line. Touchdown. Touchdown Mustangs. Had to wait for the call as Daniel Trevino takes it in. A 50 spot on the board by McAllen Memorial. Extra point coming up. Last night, Edinburgh Vela was able to edge out a win over Hannah. And now with the Mustangs, with this impressive score being put up against Sharyland, and they'll be lobbying to be considered as the top team in the Valley after a win like this, back after this.
This close.
We're this close.
We are this close of wanting to making history.
This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
ever again. This close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we donate now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Back here as we get ready for the kickoff, and the McAllen Memorial Mustangs on the positive side of a 51-3 lead, kicking off again to the Sharyland Rattlers. Here in the fourth quarter, Rattlers on the return, out across the 30-yard line to the 35, still on his feet, now trying to get across that 35 to the 37-yard line. Good second effort on the return that time for Sharyland. Coming out under that pile on that return, that was Luis Gonzalez, a senior, showing a lot of heart, still fighting and competing, which is things you look at as a coach. Ron Adami and his staff will continue to assess the players. that they'll put on the field to start next week's game. Robert Mancha back in at quarterback. He orchestrated the last drive. Hands it off. Running play left-hand side. Little room. Now nice move made and a first down. Out across the midfield stripe down to the 45-yard line. That's 16 on the carry for Kevin Chavez. That play will stand. And for just I want to say the third time in the game, the Rattlers have crossed the midfield stripe against this Memorial Mustang team. One led to a field goal, but other than that, offense just hasn't had much to work with in their opponent's territory. Running play this time left side. Andres Bonilla on the carry. Went 4 yards, but right as soon as he was dropped, that flag was thrown. So right at the 40-yard line, the official. See what the call is. It's going to be a face mask against McAllen Memorial. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty. Ball spotted down at the 26 of McAllen Memorial. It's been a while since the Rattlers of Sharyland have been this far down on the Memorial side of the field. Mancha drops back to throw, has some time, fires a pass. That's caught at the 20-yard line. Big hit delivered. Hanging on to the ball was Kevin Chavez. Monchez hooks up there for a 7-yard gain. Fourth catch of the night for Mr. Chavez. Mancha out of a shotgun, drops back, hands it off. Delay, running play up the middle. Running hard is Andres Bonilla. Takes it inside the 15, down to the 11-yard line. They'll mark him down right at the 10, so that's a 10-yard gain on a carry by Bonilla. And they'll drop the sticks. It's first and goal for the Sharyland Rattlers. Mancha trying to put his team in the end zone for the first time on the night. Sets him down. 3 receivers right, single receiver left. Hands it off, running play up the middle. This time that goes for nothing. Mustangs there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys there to meet the tailback. Kevin Chavez is like, where did all that white and blue come from? Following a 16-yard carry his last time he had the ball. This time everybody in the Mustang front line met him at the line of scrimmage. Second and goal. Mancha pressured, throws it, end zone, missed his man, incomplete pass. Mancha showed some arm strength there as he just rifled that thing right through. But now third and goal for the Rattlers from the Mustang 11. And a timeout called on the field. Rattlers going to talk it over. They'll have a third and goal when we return.
Over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones.
Sharyland Rattlers called the timeout. Their offense back on the field in the blink of an eye. As the McAllen Memorial defense makes their way back out here, trying to protect this right now big lead, but trying to also preserve the fact that they haven't allowed a touchdown here in the game against the Rattlers. Rattler trying to change that on one play. Mancha Drops back to throw. Here comes pressure. Slings it left side. Got a man 10, 5-yard line and then bumped out of bounds. Bonilla on the catch. Dropped at the, call it the 4. So a 7-yard gain. And now 4th and goal coming up for Sharyland. Now earlier in the game, they brought in the field goal unit when it was deep in the Mustang territory. This time, Mancha and company on 4th and goal will try to get a score. Mancha takes a snap, running, hit in the backfield, down he goes. Tackle made that time by Abraham Gonzalez. And the Mustang defense stands tall on the goal situation. And the Rattler drive comes to an end. Just under 7 minutes left in this game. Mustang offense has been as good as it wants to be here in the second half. Last drive was a short drive, but they still capped off a touchdown. And if memory serves me right, every time they've had it here in the second half, they scored. This time, they'll start a drive from their own 4. Back in at quarterback, Daniel Trevino. 2 backs in the backfield. They'll hand it off. Second man through across left tackle. Bounces out across the 10. Another new ball carrier is this time. It's Armando Resendez, 195-pound tailback, running the ball for the Mustangs. That's one thing about Bill Littleton. Yes, he's got a feature back that's electrifying in Campbell Spates, but he'll continue to bring along additional weapons on the offense. They've always had offensive firepower at McAllen Memorial since I've been covering him. Now double digits in the years. Running play left-hand side. That play goes for short yardage. This time another carry for Andrew Salinas. Salinas had a carry the last possession for the Mustangs. Clock running here in this 4th quarter. In a game like this, Sharyland Rattlers are just going to have to put this one away, take a look at the film, and then try to produce forward. Running play right side out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. And that should be enough for a first down for McAllen Memorial. It is. They'll mark the ball down and then crank the clock right back up. Here in this 4th quarter of play. Trevino under center. Couple of touchdowns and a safety. Really got this thing going early for the Mustangs. They gave up that field goal, but that's been it. Running play this time to the right side, just staying in bounds. Mustangs put up over 370 yards of offense here tonight. Limited the Sharyland Rattlers to about 100.5 in the game. Our coverage again, volleyball action continues tomorrow. We'll remind you to tune in on those for live video coverage. There's a running play by Trevino. Calls his own number. I think he was wanting to hand off, but nobody was there, so he just did the next best thing, and that was just turn it upfield. Ended up gaining yards on the play for McAllen Memorial. 3rd and long coming up, but again, Trevino, you could see him spin. There was nobody there. Turned it back upfield, at least gained some yards on the play. Clock running with 3:45 to go. Mustangs now taking their time in between snaps. Play clock down to 7 as they break out of the huddle. Trevino under center at 3. Better hurry now. Just gets there. He didn't get it off. Penalty flags raining in to delay a game against the Mustangs. And so the clock stops with 3:25 left in this ball game. Mustangs will have to dial it backwards for 5 yards. Big story tonight, Campbell Spates yet again, and he continually is the big story for the Mustangs on the offensive production. 16 carries, 247 yards, and 4 scores. That's an average of 15.4 yards per touch. Running play here for the Mustangs out across the 15-yard line. That's short of first down yardage and 4th down coming up. And that'll be the first and potentially only drive in the second half that McAllen Memorial's offense did not score. They were up 30-3 at the halftime break. 3 possessions, 3 scores in the second half, and then this drive. And they'll face 4th down at the 15-yard line. Timeout was called as they talk it over on the field. Shotgun formation here for the Mustangs. High snap, punter gets to it, gets the kick away. Good end over end kick. Takes a bounce and ball blown dead at the 36, make it the 37-yard line to McAllen Memorial, and the Rattler offense will come back on the field with one more shot here. And Robert Mancha back out to direct the show. Mancha out of a shotgun with 2 backs in the backfield. And a game well in hand for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Mancha hands it off. Running play right side. And giving up some ground and then getting dropped is Isaac Gaitan. Gaitan's first carry. Ends up -4 on the play. Clock running with 2:45 remaining in the 4th. Mancha has a single back in the backfield. That's Bonilla. He'll run himself, takes it up the middle. Got back to the line of scrimmage, gains the 4 yards back. Stop there, and 3rd and 10. That's not. Mancha getting additional plays from the sideline. Shotgun formation on 3rd down. Hands it off, jet sweep. This is going to be Manuel Cantu. Cantu down the sideline, inside the 10 to the 5 for the Rattlers. Cantu with a 30-yard run. And another goal-to-goal situation for the Sharyland Rattlers as they're banging on the door again, trying to get their first score of this game. Jet sweep that time for Cantu. Now a running play left side for the Rattlers. That's a touchdown. In the end zone is Robert Mancha. Three-yard carry for the score for Mancha. Minute 46 left here in the fourth quarter. Rattlers able to get on the board with their first touchdown of the game. Kick is away, and it is good. 51-10, kickoff coming up.
Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the prices? It's a hacienda party.
It's football season at Hacienda Ford, and you can get a 2019 Ford EcoSport with navigation and an 8-inch touchscreen for just $17,495.
We got the tailgates down and we're feeling all right. My hacienda friends are saving money tonight.
Hacienda has it.
Back here in Mission, Texas at Sharyland Richard Thompson Stadium. Sharyland Rattlers over the years have had tremendous success here on this field. Tonight they ran into a McAllen Memorial team that was just right on the money, dialed in for this big win. Led by Campbell Spates, but again, you look at the production of the offense. Talk about efficiency. 4 times they had the ball in the second half. 3 times they scored touchdowns. Booming kickoff by the Rattlers sails into the end zone. And they'll let that blow dead. We'll wrap up our coverage rather quickly here. Thanks again to the Sharyland School District for signing on as one of our sponsors here on Rio Sports Live. See some commercials now running for Pioneer. You'll see some additional ones running for Sharyland School. Exciting stuff going on at Rio Sports Live with the new advertisers that are on board. Mustangs up to the line of scrimmage. Daniel Trevino hands it off. Running play this time. New ball carrier is Joe Guerra. Guerra, 170-pound senior. Ends up gaining 5. McAllen Memorial led 30-3 at the halftime break and really never looked back. Defense got a stop to start the second half, and the offense went to work immediately. Thanks in a big part, once again, to Campbell Spates, who had a big game. Running play here for the Mustangs. They'll get to the 30, but no further than that. Joe Guerra again on a carry. And third down as we're under a minute to go in this game. Call it 6 yards to go. Mustangs will have to take another snap before this clock runs down. It's a play clock's down to 10. Trevino taking his time. Turns, hands it off. It's Guerra again. Takes it across the 32-yard line, and that should do it. Mustangs won't have to take another snap. And as they make their way to the sidelines, they will go to 2-0 on the season. As they defeat the Sharyland Rattlers by the score of 51-10. Welcome to our post-game show, brought to you in part by Hacienda Ford, one of our title sponsors here on Real Sports Live, assisting us with this broadcast. Hacienda Ford, if you're in the market for a new or used car or service in your car, then Hacienda Ford is your place in Edinburgh, Texas. Final score here is 51-10. Our Hacienda Ford, he has it, player of the game on the visiting side, Campbell Spates. He has it tonight with 16 carries, 247 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Our Hacienda Ford, Real Sports Live player of the game. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Again, it's live audio on Friday nights, and I wish I could do something about that. But, my friends, you have to play by the rules, and we do. You'll get to see the video replays. Until next time, our thanks again to Sharyland School District for assisting us in broadcasting this game in a big way, providing terrific camera angles and a great place to broadcast the game. Till next time, I'm Joe Bowling from Sharyland's Richard Thompson Stadium. Good night.